got to do what he's got to do, and I don't really see any other fights for Alexander Usyk. One thing I will tell you is, don't count your chickens. I don't think Daniel Dubois will necessarily beat Joseph Parker.
Eddie Hearn has cast doubt on Daniel Dubois' chances of securing a rematch with Alexander Usyk. After Usyk's dominant victory over Tyson Fury in Riyadh, Dubois boldly interrupted Usyk's victory speech, demanding revenge for their controversial 2023 bout. Dubois claimed a low blow robbed him of a fair chance last time and called out Frank Warren to arrange a rematch. However, his actions were widely criticized, with Carl Frampton labeling them disrespectful to Usyk, Fury, and even Dubois' upcoming opponent, Joseph Parker. Hearn emphasized that Dubois faces a tough road ahead, especially with Parker as a significant obstacle in his February fight. Dubois' bold move, though eye-catching, has sparked debate over its timing and appropriateness, overshadowing Usyk's historic victory.
Get the way Dubois was in the ring, obviously trying to make a fight, but it's a little bit disrespectful. First of all, to Tyson Fury. Secondly, to Alexander Usyk. But thirdly, to Joseph Parker, who he's going to fight in February. You know, I didn't quite like that. I understand why he's doing it, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
Former boxer Carl Froch weighed in on Daniel Dubois' call-out of Alexander Usyk, expressing reservations about its timing and execution. Froch speculated that Dubois' promoter, Frank Warren, might have encouraged the move to generate buzz for a future fight. While Froch acknowledged the intent, he criticized the approach, noting that Usyk, visibly exhausted after his victory over Tyson Fury, was in the middle of an interview when Dubois abruptly interrupted.
Daniel Dubois jumped in the ring and said, "Let's get this fight on." I think he was told by Bricktop to do that. Jump in there, make a bit of noise. So Daniel Dubois got in there. I didn't like it because Usyk was tired. He wanted to do his interview, and then he's got Daniel Dubois jumping on. But I understand, he's selling the game, aren't you? Trying to get the next fight. But I didn't like the way he did that. And Usyk's just put in a real shift. He was tired. He was marked up. And he's now having to say, and he actually called it, didn't he? He said, "Turkey allow share."
Carl Froch cautioned that if Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois were to face off again, Usyk would need to be fully committed and well prepared, given Dubois' rising confidence and power. Froch acknowledged Dubois' progress, but emphasized the importance of Usyk maintaining the right mentality. With Dubois slated to face Joseph Parker next, Froch noted the tough road ahead for both fighters. While a Usyk-Dubois rematch would undoubtedly generate excitement, Froch advised Usyk to take time to savor his recent victory before considering another bout.
I wouldn't like to see Usyk get in there with Daniel Dubois and not really fancy it, not want to do it, because Daniel Dubois is young, strong, big puncher. He's flying at the minute. I know he's got Joseph Parker next, but I suppose if Usyk does fight again, that's probably the fight for him. That's the fight that we're going to want to see as fans. But I think Usyk should just go away now, enjoy that win, back-to-back wins against Tyson Fury, who is one hell of a fighter. He's a fantastic fighter.
Malik Scott believes Alexander Usyk should take a well-deserved break before deciding on his next move. He suggested that Usyk, having solidified his status in the heavyweight division, should rest and watch how the upcoming Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker fight unfolds. Scott emphasized that it's time for other contenders to prove themselves, allowing Usyk to recharge while assessing his competition.
Where does Fury go from here in your eyes?
Fury and Anthony Joshua is definitely one of the biggest fights in the history of the sport right now, and I think they should pursue that. And now Alexander Usyk should just go and rest and wait to see what Dubois and Joseph Park do next.
Lennox Lewis offered a contrasting view on Alexander Usyk's future, highlighting the pivotal decisions ahead for the heavyweight champion. Commending Usyk's resilience, especially after his victory over Tyson Fury, Lewis acknowledged Usyk's place as a dominant force in boxing. He noted, however, that Usyk now stands at a crossroads, with his next steps hinging on his personal ambitions, whether to retire or seek new challenges, leaving his future wide open with endless possibilities.
It goes to London, the biggest fight in history, maybe Anthony Joshua.
Former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko praised Alexander Usyk's latest victory, but dismissed the need for a rematch with Daniel Dubois. Klitschko argued that Usyk had already proven himself against Dubois, and should focus on more significant challenges in the competitive heavyweight division, deeming a second fight unnecessary.
You saw Dubois get in the ring and challenge him to a rematch. How do you see that fight going if it happens?
I don't think Alexander needs any repetition with Dubois. That's my opinion.
Despite Daniel Dubois being considered a legitimate contender for Usyk's undisputed heavyweight crown, his immediate call-out after Usyk's victory over Tyson Fury raised doubts. Many believe Dubois is prematurely focusing on a rematch with Usyk, as he still has a crucial fight against Joseph Parker in February. Eddie Hearn expressed skepticism about Dubois' chances against Parker, citing Parker's strong form and experience, including wins over Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang. Hearn's doubts stem from Dubois' overshadowed win over Anthony Joshua, and the road to a rematch with Usyk remains uncertain. Frank Warren also emphasized that Dubois should stay focused on his upcoming fight with Parker before looking ahead to bigger challenges in the heavyweight division.
He's got a tough fight in February to worry about. That's the main thing he should be worrying about at the moment, and that's his fight against Joe Parker. That is going to be a tough fight for both of them. It's a good fight, and I'm looking forward to that. And after that fight, then let's see what happens.
Joseph Parker acknowledged Daniel Dubois' impressive form and power ahead of their clash, calling it the toughest challenge of his career. While recognizing Dubois' relentless pressure and powerful combinations, Parker remains confident in his own abilities. He believes his speed, movement, and experience will be key advantages in the fight, emphasizing that his technical skills and ring intelligence will be crucial in handling Dubois' aggression.
And Daniel is a great fight to be involved with because he's in good form. He's looked great in his last 3 outings, and he's full of confidence. And with each fight, he looked better and better. So I have to be on my game and better than what I was against Zhang and Wilder.
Later, Parker shared footage on Instagram, captioning it, "Great to see my next dance partner, Dynamite Daniel Dubois, here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, Fury versus Usyk." As both fighters move forward with their training camps, this friendly encounter adds an interesting dynamic to their eventual showdown in the ring.
Yeah. Good to see you, Daniel. Good?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, looking forward to
Ready
that.
to go, man. There.
There we go,
That's
yeah.
the one.
When did you get in?
What are we getting?
Too late. 6 this morning.
Oh, yeah? From England?
6 o'clock this morning. We were supposed to be here for 2:30 last night, but just got delayed.
Yeah. Delays. Everyone's getting delayed, I think, yeah.
What, you guys?
We got in this morning. Well, 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, yeah.
You got the same hotel?
No, we're somewhere else, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
There is, I'm Daniel's manager.
Oh, nice to meet you.
See you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See you soon.
After Dubois' call out for a rematch with Usyk, the possibility of a second fight between them remains a hot topic. However, trainer Martin Bull's coach Nelson believes there is another fighter who could pose a real threat to Usyk, Martin Bull. Nelson pointed out that while Usyk's victory over Fury was impressive, it wasn't as sharp as their first encounter, and he personally scored the fight as a draw, emphasizing how close it was. He believes Bull's unique skills, such as his ability to close the gap quickly and set traps, give him a distinct advantage over Usyk. Nelson dismissed the idea of a Dubois rematch, saying it was unnecessary after Usyk's dominant performance in their previous fight. He firmly believes that Martin Bull would be Usyk's toughest challenge, with Bull confident he could knock out the Ukrainian champion.
So, Martin McCauley is said that he would crush Alexander Usyk in a fight based on his last performance with Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Billy Nelson has stated that based on Alexander Usyk's last performance, his fighter Martin McCauley would destroy Alexander Usyk with the relentless pressure, the youth, the hunger, the power, etc.
Usyk has made it clear that he is not ready for any upcoming fights, whether against Martin or Dubois, as he focuses on resting and spending time with his family. In his post-fight press conference, Usyk expressed a strong desire to take a break from the boxing world. He plans to disconnect from everything, return home, and enjoy peaceful moments reflecting on life. His main priority now is to rest and be with his children, away from the pressures of boxing and any discussions about future opponents like Dubois or Tyson Fury.
Listen, my next step, I wanna rest because my little daughter Maria. Today, my wife sent me a message video. My little daughter say, "Daddy, Daddy," 10.5 months. I look at my little daughter, 2 months. Now I wanna rest. Not think about boxing, Dubois, Tyson Fury. Just rest. Just play with my children.
Usyk's promoter, Alex Kashuk, echoed Usyk's sentiments, stressing that Daniel Dubois must first face Joseph Parker, a challenge he believes is far from easy for the British fighter. Khashoggi emphasized that it's too soon to discuss a potential rematch between Usyk and Dubois, with the focus needing to remain on Dubois' upcoming bout before any further discussions.
Dubois has to fight Joseph Parker, and this is a very tough fight for him. I have my bet with Joseph Parker, so it's too early to mention here Daniel's name in regards to Usyk.
Usyk and his promoter have made it clear that discussing a rematch with Daniel Dubois is premature, as Dubois still needs to prove himself against Joseph Parker in February. However, Saudi promoter Turki Alek has hinted that if Dubois wins, a rematch with Usyk could happen soon. While Eddie Hearn advises Dubois to focus on his fight with Parker, he continues to prioritize the highly anticipated showdown between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, considering it one of the most important events in British boxing. Despite Fury's recent loss to Usyk, he remains determined to fight Joshua at least once, with the possibility of a rematch. Carl Froch, however, suggests that Fury may want to consider retirement, describing the potential Fury vs. Joshua fight as a rubber match that could serve as a fitting end to Fury's career, though it feels like a battle of the losers, with both fighters having been outclassed by Usyk.
I can see the enticement. I can see the rubber match between him and AJ. But Tyson, I don't know how he's going to take that. That was another not devastating loss, but it's another loss. And on the build-up there, when he was giving Usyk some beef and saying, "I'm the champion, you're effing this and you're effing that and you rabbit," and he was getting wound up, you could see that he actually got a bit of hatred for Usyk there, because he's ruined his legacy and he's ruined him at the end of his career. But it will get a big crowd at Wembley Stadium, and that will be a sign-off payday. But to be honest, it's not a big fight for me. It's not something I get excited for. It's almost like the battle of the losers, isn't it? They've both lost to Usyk.
Johnny Nelson agrees with Carl Froch's perspective on Tyson Fury, suggesting that he should consider retirement while he's still on top. Nelson also believes that Alexander Usyk should contemplate retiring at his peak. While acknowledging that Fury has financial security, Nelson recognizes the allure of a massive payday with Anthony Joshua, which could tempt him back into the ring. He points out that both Fury and Joshua are incredibly wealthy and no longer need to fight, making retirement a strong and viable option for both.
I think he should walk away. And that's only because I think his heart and soul will be absolutely broken. But you know what? I can see what'll happen. They'll try and dangle a massive carrot between him and AJ to fight each other. These guys are millionaires, mad millionaires. They don't need to fight.
According to Johnny Nelson, Usyk should also consider retiring and follow the path of rare fighters who choose to walk away at the peak of their careers. While acknowledging the possibility of a rematch with Daniel Dubois, Nelson emphasizes that Usyk has already accomplished enough in boxing to contemplate retiring on top.
What about Alexander Usyk? Because I was saying earlier that he's completed the game.
Be the boss, walk away from it, be one of the very few to walk on top.
Daniel Dubois rematch?
I know he said that in the ring, could do it, but be one of the very few to walk on top.
The spotlight in the heavyweight division is shifting as Daniel Dubois prepares for his crucial fight against Joseph Parker in February. While Dubois eyes a potential rematch with Alexander Usyk, he faces a tough challenge in Parker, who is on a hot streak after several big wins. Eddie Hearn and other boxing experts stress that Dubois must prove himself against Parker before looking ahead to Usyk. This fight will be a defining moment for Dubois' career, with his future in the division hanging in the balance. Can Dubois overcome Parker to earn a rematch with Usyk, or is he biting off more than he can chew? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.